8 Democratic caucus senators broke ranks to vote with Republicans, advancing a plan to end the government shutdown. This rare moment of bipartisanship came amid deep political division and mounting pressure from across the country. The shutdown's impact was immediate. Federal workers unpaid, families anxious, essential services stalled. In these high-stakes moments, even a handful of votes can shift the entire crisis. Who are these 8 senators, and what drove them to cross the aisle? Their stories reveal the complex mix of political calculation, constituent needs, and personal conviction behind this pivotal vote. Let's meet the senators who broke ranks and explore what motivated their decisions. First, Angus King of Maine, an independent caucusing with Democrats and a lead negotiator in the shutdown talks. King's focus was clear. The shutdown's real-world pain outweighed any political strategy. He spoke passionately about Maine's fishermen unable to get permits and park employees furloughed, personalizing the crisis for his state. While Democrats demanded ACA subsidies in any deal, King argued reopening government was the urgent priority. He believed lawmakers' first duty was to end the suffering, not hold out for a perfect deal. King's stance: get the government running, then resume the healthcare debate. As a negotiator, he saw what was possible and pushed for progress over paralysis. His independent streak and practical approach set an example for others. King's vote wasn't about abandoning Democratic priorities. It was about separating urgent action from longer-term fights. He made a calculated, compassionate choice, showing leadership sometimes means making the tough, unpopular call. By supporting the plan, King helped break the stalemate and encouraged other moderates to follow. His decision was rooted in the needs of his constituents and a belief in practical governance. King's vote was a turning point in the shutdown battle. Next, Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, representing one of the largest populations of federal workers in the country. For Kaine, the shutdown was personal. His constituents were directly suffering. He refused to support any deal that didn't guarantee back pay and job security for furloughed workers. Kaine negotiated hard behind the scenes, making these protections a non-negotiable demand. Once he secured assurances, he shifted to support the compromise, framing it as a victory for federal employees. Kaine's vote was about ending the financial anxiety gripping Virginia families. He balanced his frustration with the process against his responsibility to protect workers. By insisting on key provisions, Kaine gave cover for other moderates to support the deal. His vote reflected his state's deep ties to the federal government and his commitment to its workers. Kaine's leadership helped bring the shutdown closer to an end. Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois, a respected Democratic leader nearing retirement, brought a veteran's perspective to the crisis. Durbin saw the compromise bill as more than a stopgap. It included real progress and mitigated the shutdown's damage. He framed his vote as an act of responsibility, prioritizing the country over party politics. Durbin's seniority made his decision especially significant, signaling a shift within Democratic leadership. He lamented the recurring use of shutdowns as a political tool and called for a more sustainable, bipartisan approach. Durbin argued reopening government would strengthen Democrats' hand in future negotiations. His vote was a principled stand, not a political calculation. As a retiring senator, he focused on what he believed was right for the country. Durbin's decision gave political cover to others and helped move the process forward. His leadership underscored the need for pragmatic solutions in times of crisis. Durbin's vote was a powerful message. Sometimes, progress means compromise. Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, known for his directness, was a vocal opponent of the shutdown from day one. Fetterman's message was simple. The shutdown was a failure hurting ordinary people, and it needed to end, no matter who was to blame. He publicly apologized to federal workers, expressing genuine frustration and empathy. Fetterman didn't see his vote as a political move, but as a moral necessity to restore government services. He used social media to highlight the stories of affected workers, bypassing political spin. Fetterman's approach resonated with his working-class constituents and union members. He wasn't interested in political games, he wanted results. His vote was rooted in pragmatism and empathy, not party loyalty. Fetterman's stance: government's job is to serve, not inflict pain. By voting to end the shutdown, he stayed true to his outsider, results-oriented brand. Fetterman's apology and action captured the frustration of millions. His vote was a call for government to simply do its job. Senator Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire, a former governor, is known for her practical, bipartisan approach. During the shutdown, Hassan focused on protecting health insurance subsidies vital to her state. She urged immediate, good-faith negotiations, arguing healthcare was too important to be a bargaining chip. Hassan's decision to support the compromise was strategic. Ending the shutdown would create space for real bipartisan talks. She positioned herself as a constructive force, voting for process over partisanship. Hassan's vote was an investment in bipartisanship, signaling a willingness to meet Republicans halfway. She appealed to both moderates and progressives, prioritizing her constituents' needs. Her actions called for a return to governing, starting with healthcare. Hassan's vote was a calculated risk for a more productive legislative climate. She chose practical progress over political standoffs. Senator Jean Shaheen of New Hampshire, also retiring, brought experience and pragmatism to her decision. Shaheen saw the compromise as the best available path to reopening government. She valued the inclusion of extended tax credits, a major win for working families and businesses. As a retiring senator, she voted her conscience, focusing on immediate benefits for her constituents. Shaheen argued that ending the shutdown would restore stability and trust in government. Her long record of bipartisanship made this vote consistent with her values. Shaheen's decision was a strategic move to clear the way for future debates. She prioritized practical governance over partisan purity. Her vote, alongside Hassan's, highlighted New Hampshire's focus on results. In Nevada, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto faced a tough choice as a Democrat from a swing state. She championed ACA subsidies, calling them essential for thousands of Nevadans. But as the shutdown dragged on, she weighed the immediate harm to workers and families against the policy fight. Cortez Masto concluded she couldn't allow her constituents' suffering to continue. She made clear she wasn't abandoning healthcare, but ending the shutdown had to come first. Her carefully worded statements balanced commitment to progressive goals with a willingness to compromise. Cortez Masto's vote spoke to both her base and moderates, showing she could fight for policy while prioritizing practical governance. She presented her decision as a reluctant but necessary step. Cortez Masto's political dexterity was on full display, navigating a complex situation for her state. Her vote wasn't a celebration, but a tough call to get Nevada moving again. She broke with her party while still championing its core values. Cortez Masto's decision was a masterclass in balancing principle and pragmatism. She showed leadership by putting her constituents' immediate needs first. Nevada's other senator, Jackie Rosen, also faced scrutiny for her vote to end the shutdown. Rosen didn't shy away. She defended her decision as an act of defiance against Republican tactics. She argued Republicans manufactured the crisis, using it as leverage to harm ordinary Americans. Rosen's vote was about protecting seniors, veterans, and working families from further harm. She separated the procedural vote from the political substance, saying yes to reopening government, but no to shutdown politics. Rosen's message: governing means solving problems, not playing games. She appealed to her Democratic base with sharp criticism of the opposition, even as she voted with Republicans. Rosen's strategy was to protect her constituents, not participate in political theater. Her vote showed it's possible to break with the party while staying true to its principles. Rosen's conviction and confidence made her priorities clear. Nevadans' well-being came first. She turned a difficult vote into a powerful stand for responsible governance. 8 senators, 8 states, and 8 unique reasons for breaking with their party to end the shutdown. Their decisions revealed the pressures and convictions shaping Congress in a crisis. This vote was a critical moment, showing that compromise is still possible, even in a polarized climate. But the journey isn't over. The deal still needs approval from the Senate, House, and President. The underlying divisions remain, and the path forward is uncertain. This moment of bipartisanship is just one step toward restoring faith in government.